ముందుగా ప్రియమైన విద్యార్థులకు మరియు వారి తల్లిదండ్రులకు నమస్కారం. నా పేరు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ చైర్మన్. నేను ఈ రోజు 10th క్లాస్ విద్యార్థులను దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకొని మాట్లాడడం జరుగుతుంది. అది ఏమిటనగా, మనందరికీ తెలుసు, గత 2 సంవత్సరాలుగా కరోనా కారణంగా విద్యార్థులు ఎటువంటి పరీక్షలు రాయకుండానే పై తరగతులు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫలితంగా ఐఐటి జేఈ మరియు నీట్ లాంటి జాతీయ స్థాయి పరీక్షలను సాధించడం కష్టతరం అవుతుంది. దీనిని అధిగమించడానికి మరియు 10వ తరగతి పరీక్షలో అత్యధిక మార్కులు సాధించడానికి నేను మీ ముందుకు కె వెంకన్న జూనియర్ కాలేజ్ ప్లాట్ఫామ్ ద్వారా అనుభవజ్ఞులైన అధ్యాపకులచే ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులు, హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్ మరియు గత ప్రశ్నపత్రాల సమాధానాల విశ్లేషణ ఇవ్వబడును. కాబట్టి నేను విద్యార్థులకు చెప్పదలుచుకున్నది ఏంటంటే, ఈ ఉచిత వీడియో క్లాసులను మరియు హ్యాండ్ రిటన్ నోట్స్లను క్లాస్ రూమ్ లో కూర్చొని చదువుకున్నంత సీరియస్ చదువుకోవాలను. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటనగా, ఈ యొక్క క్లాసులు విన్న వెంటనే అర్థం చేసుకొని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయవలను. ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయడం అంటే కేవలం చదవడం కాదు, పేపర్ మీద రాయవలను. అలాగైతే గుర్తుండిపోతుంది. దీంతో పాటు మీ యొక్క నాలెడ్జ్ ని పరీక్షించుకున్న కొరకు త్వరలో ప్రీ ఫైనల్ పరీక్షలు కూడా నిర్వహించబడు. ఈ యొక్క అవకాశాన్ని సద్వినియోగం చేసుకోవాలని 10th చదివే విద్యార్థులకు విజ్ఞప్తి చేస్తున్నాను.
Good morning everyone. Today we will discuss about the new chapter probability. So first we will see what is the general meaning of probability. We have an English word probable. Probable means likely to happen. So general definition of this probability can be stated as the extent to which something is likely to happen. So what does it mean? The extent to which something is likely to happen. I'll take an example. Let's suppose we are tossing a single coin. So if I toss a coin, I'll be getting either head or tail. So what is the chance? Chance means probability, probable. The chance of getting head, let's suppose I want to find the chance of getting head or getting tail. So how many we have here? Only 2. So we can say like we have 50% chances. 50% chances are nothing but we can write as 50 by 100, which is nothing but 1 by 2. That is the simplest way. But suppose if I want to use the simple definition called as classical definition, then the probability of getting head is here. How many events we have? 2 events. So total number of cases will be 2. What actually I want? Head. How many heads we have here? So that is 1 by 2. In the same way, suppose I want to calculate the chance of getting tail. So again, how many total events we have? 2. How many tails we have? Only 1 tail, that becomes 1 by 2. So chance of getting head is 1 by 2, chance of getting tail is also 1 by 2. So that is what the extent means. How much is the value? The extent to which something, here something is nothing but getting tail or getting head. So I have taken a simple example. The extent to which something is likely to happen, that is what we are finding. That is what the simple definition of probability. So now we will see the main definition, which is called as experiment or empirical probability. Let's suppose once again experimental or empirical probability. Here what is this experimental or empirical probability? Suppose I am tossing a coin 1000 times. So, how many times I will be getting head, I will be calculating, that is what we call it as experimental. So, I am performing an experiment of tossing a coin 1000 times. See here, the probability calculated based on the actual results or experiment is called as empirical or experimental probability. See, as I told you, a coin is tossed 1000 times. A coin is tossed 1000 times, and the chance of getting, let's suppose, the chance of getting head after performing an experiment, the chance of getting head may be 455 times. So, implies chance of getting head, let us suppose E be the chance of getting head. So, how many times I am getting head? 455 times. Out of how many times? Out of 1000 times. That becomes how much? 0.455. In the same way, what is the chance of getting tail? In the same way, chance of getting tail, I can write as, out of 1000 times, when I am getting head as 455 times, how many times I will be getting tail? How much? 545 times. Yes or no? So, that becomes 0.545. So, I mean, if we conduct experiment 1000 times, we are getting the chance of getting head as nearly 0.455 and this one as 0.545. So, it is very much clear that this value is very much near to the theoretical definition. See, once again, suppose here we have one more definition called as classical definition or theoretical definition of probability. What is that classical definition? Here, the chance of probability definition, that is classical definition, I am writing the formula. If I conduct an experiment 1000 times, then the chance of getting head we have seen in the theoretical definition, in the experimental definition, that is 0.455. In the same way, if I conduct only one time, that is probability of getting head can be written as number of favorable cases or outcomes divided by total number of outcomes, total number of possible outcomes. Here, what does it mean? We already seen this. By taking an example, we will see. Here, suppose I am tossing a coin, the chance of getting head. If I toss a coin, I will be getting either head or tail. So, how many we have? Total number of possible outcomes 2, and how many heads we have? Only 1. That is nothing but very much near to 0.5. Yes or no? So, in the same way, as we have seen in theoretical definition, the decimal value we got as 0.445. So, the chance of getting head will be always 0.5, that is 1 by 2. So, this is the definition of classical. Yeah, coming back to the definition once again, which is called as classical definition. The formula is P of E is equal to number of favorable cases or outcomes divided by total number of cases or outcomes. We have seen an example, that is probability of getting head is 1 by 2. How we got this? See here, once again, probability of getting tail, I am talking about tail. So, How many total outcomes are there? 2. How many tails we have in this? 1. So, this is the definition we already used in the first example. P of E is equal to 1 by 2. Suppose I am throwing a die. Die consists of how many faces? Yes, 6 faces, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here, how many events are there? All these are called as events. Now, I want to find the probability of getting 1. So, I will use the simple definition, which is number of favorable cases divided by total number of cases, or number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. So, formula, I am applying the formula. I am throwing a die, what I will be getting? Either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. So, I want to find the probability of getting 1, So, totally how many events are there? 6 possible outcomes, I mean. So, how many are there? 6. So, how many ones we have in this? Only 1. That becomes the probability of getting 1 when a die is thrown. Let us suppose I want to find the probability of getting 2. So, again the same formula, total number of possible outcomes, I may get either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, that is 6. How many are favorable to my event of getting 2? How many are favorable of getting 2? How many 2's we have here? That is only 1. That becomes the probability of getting 2. In the same way, probability of getting 3. What is the chance of getting 3? Again, total how many outcomes, possible outcomes? 6. Yes. How many are favorable of getting 3? How many 3's we have? Only 1. That becomes 1 by 6. Is that clear? Can you tell me what is the chance of getting 4? Yes. Again 1 by 6. Chance of getting 5? How many 5's we have? Only 1. Out of how many? 6. Chance of getting 6? Yes. That becomes 1 by 6. So, now you understood, I suppose. The chance of getting 1 is 1 by 6, 2 is 1 by 6, 3 is 1 by 6, 4 is 1 by 6, 5 is 1 by 6. Chance of getting 6 is also 1 by 6. Now, tell me, what is the chance of not getting 1? Not getting means probability of not happening. Not getting 1. I do not want 1 to occur. I do not want 1 to occur. So, I do not want 1 to occur. So, how many I can get? How many are favorable? Yes. I can get either 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So, how many are favorable? 5. Out of how many events? 6. That is the chance of not getting 1, that is 5 by 6. In the same way, chance of not getting 2, which one I do not want? 2. So, remove that. So, how many are favorable? 5 out of 6. Chance of not getting 3, again 5 by 6. Chance of not getting 4, again 5 by 6. Chance of not getting 5, again 5 by 6. Chance of not getting 6, again 5 by 6. Now, listen to the most important point. So, here this is the chance of, I am coming back to coin. The chance of getting head is 1 by 2 and the chance of getting tail is also 1 by 2. Now, I want to add these two, chance of getting head and the chance of not getting head. Not getting head implies what? Getting tail only. Chance of getting head and the chance of not getting head means getting tail only. If I add these two, that becomes 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, which is nothing but 1. These two are called as complementary events. So, I can read this as chance of happening plus chance of not happening should be equal to 1. Chance of getting plus not getting should be equal to 1. Positive plus negative should be equal to 1. Together plus not together should be equal to 1. These are called as complementary events. That is one of the formula. Now, coming back to the main definition, as I told you, classical definition, P of E is equal to number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. This value will be always greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 1. Means, it means like my probability answer, the probability answer always lies between 0 and 1. It cannot be greater than 1, it cannot be less than 0. Means probability answer cannot be negative, it should be always greater than 0 or it can be equal to 0 and the probability answer should be always less than or equal to 1. That is the main condition. And the next we have seen, the chance of happening of an event or not happening of an event should be equal to 1.
Hello friends, myself Sunil Kumar Badal. I have done my BTech from IIT Kanpur. Here at KVC I am chemistry faculty. So, First of all, let me wish you all the best for your upcoming board examination. Here at KBC, we are the team of IITians and ITians and doctor to help you achieve your dream. So, what are you waiting for? Come and join us and fulfill your dream.
Now we will discuss something about coins, dice, cards and balls. These are the main things we will be learning in this probability chapter. Coming to coins, let us suppose I am tossing a coin, a single coin. What is the chance of getting head? So, how many we have totally? 2 events, as I told you. So, chance of getting head, I am writing as P of H, that is total number of cases are 2 and the chance of getting head is 1 by 2 and the chance of getting tail is nothing but again 1 by 2, because total number of events are 2 and the chance of getting head tail, that is nothing but we have how many tails? Only 1. So, that becomes 1 by 2. And in the same way, can I calculate the chance of not getting tail, not getting head? Yes, chance of not getting head means what? Chance of getting tail. When I am tossing a coin, what is the chance of not getting head? Means getting tail. Getting tail is nothing but this one, or I do not want head to happen, head to occur. So, how many we have favorable? Only 1 out of how many? 2. And here the chance of not getting tail means getting head. So, how many we have total? Not getting tail means what? Getting head. How many heads we have? Only 1, that is 1 by 2. So, I can find the chance of happening of an event or not happening of an event. See, this is the chance of happening of an event and this is the chance of not happening of an event. So, simple definition of probability I can say you like this: the chance of happening or not happening of an event is called as probability in the simplest way. So, we can find the chance of happening or not happening. Is that clear? And the addition of these two should be equal to what? Happening plus not happening, as I told you just now. The chance of happening plus not happening should be equal to 1. Now, coming to, suppose now I have 2 coins. How many coins? 2 coins. I am tossing 2 coins at a time, 2 coins at the same time, simultaneously, tossing 2 coins simultaneously. So, I may get what I will be getting after tossing. So, I may get head on the first one, head on the second one, I may get head on the first one, tail on the second one, I may get tail on the first one, head on the second one, I may get tail on the first one, tail on the second one. So, how many I can get? How many cases we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, totally 4 possible outcomes. If I toss 2 coins at the same time, so I may get these many. So, here the question can be like this. The question is like this: what is the chance of getting exactly 2 heads when 2 coins are tossed? I am talking about 2 heads. Let us suppose this is the first example. What is the chance of getting exactly 2 heads when 2 coins are tossed? So, the same formula we will be using, that is the number of favorable outcomes divided by total number of possible outcomes. Total number of possible outcomes are how many? 4. Now, what is the numerator? Number of favorable outcomes to my event, to my question. What is that question? What I want? Exactly 2 heads. How many heads we have here? 2 heads I want. Is there any other case? No. So, how many are favorable? Only 1 out of how many? 4. That becomes the probability of getting exactly 2 heads, that is 1 by 4. Let us suppose we will see one more example. I want exactly 2 tails when 2 coins are tossed. Again the same formula, total number of cases are 4, exactly 2 tails I want. So, do we have here exactly 2 tails. So, only one case, that is nothing but again 1 by 4. Now, the question is, let us suppose we have like this: I want 1 head, 1 tail. I want 1 head and 1 tail. So, total number of cases again it will be same, because we are talking about 2 heads, 2 coins. So, that becomes 4. I want 1 head and 1 tail. So, here we have 1 head, 1 tail and 1 tail, 1 head. So, how many are there? These 2. So, how many are there? 2 out of 4, which is nothing but 1 by 2. Is that clear? Once again, I want 0 heads, This is the question. What is the probability of getting, what is the probability of getting 0 heads? I do not want any head to occur, means what I will be getting? Yes, both the tails I want. I do not want any head, means I want both tails. Why both? Because we are tossing only 2 coins, both the tails, means how many? 1 out of 4. Is that clear? Once again, what is the probability of getting 0 heads when 2 coins are tossed? 2 coins are tossed, getting 0 heads. 0 heads. Do we have 0 heads here? No. Do we have 0 heads here? No. Do we have 0 heads here? No. Do we have 0 heads? Yes. How many are favorable? Only 1. Out of how many total? 4. That becomes the answer. Once again. Now the question is like this. What is the probability of getting at least one head? At least one head. At least one head means what? Getting one or more heads. Getting one or more heads. So, what is the probability of getting at least one head? So, minimum we should have one head. Means I do not want both the tails. I do not want both the tails. Count the remaining. Do we have at least one head? One head means one or more heads. So, I may get one head or two heads. Can I get 3 heads? No, because we are tossing only 2 coins. So, I may get 1 head or 2 heads. Do we have 1 head here? Yes. Count it. Count it. Yes. We have 1 head. Do we have 1 head here? Yes. Do we have 2 heads here? Yes. At least 1 head means 1 or more heads. So, how many are favorable? 1, 2, 3. So, 3 out of how many? That becomes the answer. In the same way, can you tell me what is the chance of getting at least one tail? Yes. At least one tail. That becomes the same answer. That is, probability of getting at least one tail means getting one or more tails. One or more tails. So, compulsory count this 1, 2, 3. So, these 3 out of how many? So, that becomes the probability of getting at least one tail. Understood? Is that clear? Once again, either it is single coin. If I am talking about single coin, we will be getting only 2 events. So, chance of getting head is 1 by 2, chance of not getting head is 1 by 2, because I do not want head to occur. So, what I will be getting? Tail. So, how many tails we have? Only 1 out of how many? Number of possible outcomes? 2. In the same way, chance of getting tail, chance of not getting tail. Now, coming to 2 coins. If we toss 2 coins, I will be getting these possible outcomes. I may get head on the first one, head on the second one, head on the first one, tail on the second one, head, tail on the first one, head on the second one, both tails. So, these are the possible outcomes. Based on these possible outcomes, the questions can be, what is the chance of getting exactly 2 heads, exactly 2 tails, 1 head and 1 tail, at least 1 head, at least 1 tail, getting 0 heads, getting 0 tails. It can be any question. So, it is very much easy to write this. Whatever we have written here, that is called as sample space. If we write the sample, if we write all the possible outcomes together, that is called as sample space. Sample space, which is denoted by capital S. So, I can write this sample space as getting head head, getting head tail, getting tail head, getting tail tail. This is called as sample space. Is it clear? Now, we will discuss something about dice. Coming to dice, suppose I got only one die. I got only one die. A die consists of, yes, 6 faces, numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Based on this, the first question is like this. I am throwing a die, a single die. Okay, I am throwing a die. What is the chance of getting? What is the chance of getting? Chance of getting an even number when a die is thrown. What is the chance of getting an even number when a die is thrown? Even number. How many even numbers we have here? 2, 4, 6. So, total how many possible outcomes we have? Totally 6. So, 6, that is the same formula what we are using. The whole probability will be using the same formula, that is called as classical definition of probability. Number of favorable cases divided by total number of cases, or number of number of favorable outcomes divided by number of possible outcomes. So, here how many are favorable? That is 3. So, that becomes 3 by 6, which is nothing but 1 by 2. What he asked here? Chance of getting